Okay, another funny shape here is this egg form. It was a little wooden egg that I had from my daughter's kitchen, and I've made a couple paper mache versions, or just paper pulp rather. This is out of red construction paper that I pulped and put over the form. This is just out of newspaper. This is out of drawing paper. And then this was just hand formed, and then this was pushed into an Easter egg shell and dried out, and so that could be the egg yolk. These two were pressed right over the existing form, so you can kind of see that interior. That wooden form is inside of this egg right now because I wanted to see if I could make a solid form, or rather a fully enclosed form. So the wooden egg is inside of here, and I do need to get that out of there. So I am going to attempt to excavate it using the utility knife. This is the same kind that came in your kit. One of the things I want to show you about that is when you push out the blade, if you don't lock it into place, the blade will fall back in as you're trying to cut. So push the blade out, and then there's this little catch right there. If you pull that out, then the blade will lock into place, and then always retract when you're done. But that's a nice little safety feature to kind of remember. All right, once you start cutting into your form, pay really close attention to where your hands are in relationship to the blade. You never want a hand behind the blade, because if you slip, that's when you can cut yourself. So if you notice, I'm being very cautious and careful about where my hand is, my opposite hand in relation to the blade. I'm going slow and steady, and in some cases I'm even just kind of sawing with the blade, or making short little passes, as opposed to trying to cut through all the layers at once. Slow and steady is really the best. Okay, so I had the egg wrapped in plastic to protect the wood from getting totally soaked with moisture. And then my plan for this will be to put a little glue in here and stick this back together. If I was having a hard time putting this back together, I could shove a little newspaper in it so I have some resistance. But I feel like this is actually doing pretty good. A little blue painter's tape around the edges will be useful to help hold it together, kind of clamp it while it's drying. I'm pressing the seams to make sure that they're nice and snug and secure, and also that helps to make them a little less visible. Okay, so I can leave this little egg for 20-30 minutes with the tape on it, and then it should be good to go.